iCoin, very interesting.
And let me tell you, the energy surrounding this project is incredible.
Yeah, it's really been making headlines lately, especially with that price surge.
Right. And that's exactly why we had to take a closer look at it for you.
Absolutely.
We've got a whole stack of articles here, even a podcast episode, all dedicated to Pi. And we're going to unpack why it seems to be like defying the current crypto downturn.
It's very fascinating. The broader crypto market is, experiencing a bit of a dip right now. Bitcoin, other altcoins struggling to maintain their value.
Okay, so we're in a crypto slump.
Yeah.
But then we see PiCoin on February 26th jumping from just decred 60 cents to a record high of $3.
Wow.
That's massive.
That is a big jump.
It's like Pi has found this secret formula for success while everyone else is hitting the brakes.
Well, there are definitely some factors at play, but it is fascinating. What's really interesting is that 84% increase.
In the last 24 hours.
Yes, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a stark contrast to what we're seeing with pretty much every other cryptocurrency.
Oh, for sure.
And the podcast episode that you sent over, it points to like Pi's strong community and its unique mining model.
Yeah.
As reasons for this resilience.
It could be.
And even Jacob Cryptobury.
Oh, yeah.
Who's a pretty popular crypto signals provider.
Mm-hmm.
He predicted this upward trend.
It seems like PiCoin is tapping into something powerful here. And, what's particularly interesting is that community aspect of it. I think that seems to be a key driver for a lot of its growth and stability.
Speaking of buzz, we can't ignore the rumors about a potential Binance listing.
Oh, yeah. Binance is huge.
Binance is one of the biggest crypto exchanges out there.
One of the biggest, for sure.
And even just the hint of PiCoin joining its ranks is sending ripples through the community.
People are very excited. It's understandable. A Binance listing would mean so much more visibility and potentially a whole new wave of investors coming in for PiCoin. But we got to remember, nothing's confirmed yet.
Right.
Got to be cautious. Got to wait for those official announcements.
Of course. But imagine what a Binance listing could mean. Think of it like PiCoin suddenly becoming available in this massive online marketplace where people can easily buy and sell it.
Yeah.
That could significantly impact its accessibility and boost its price even further.
Yeah, it has potential for sure. But even without a Binance listing, PiCoin is showing some impressive signs of stability.
Yeah.
Some of the articles you sent over are saying that its price seems to be settling between $2.40 and $2.70.
That's true. It seems like it's finding its footing.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Right? Especially after that initial surge, seeing it hold steady within a certain range suggests growing stability.
Exactly. Remember how we were talking about support levels?
Yeah.
So a support level is basically like a floor where the price tends to hold. And when a cryptocurrency establishes a clear support level, it often signals to investors that it's becoming less volatile and more reliable.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So PiCoin is riding this wave of momentum. It's attracting attention with its price performance and showing these signs of stability. But now we're seeing these contrasting opinions emerge.
Oh, yeah.
Some articles are boldly proclaiming PiCoin as like the next Bitcoin.
The next Bitcoin, wow.
While others are advocating a more cautious approach.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see different perspectives emerge, especially when a cryptocurrency is gaining this much traction and there's so much excitement.
Yeah.
But it's also essential to balance that enthusiasm with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bit like the early days of the internet.
Okay.
There's a lot of hype, a lot of uncertainty, but also the sense that something truly groundbreaking was on the horizon. And, those who were willing to take a leap of faith and explore this new frontier were often the ones who reaped the greatest rewards. That's a great analogy, and it brings up a question that I've been thinking about.
Okay.
We've talked about the price fluctuations, the potential for Pi to be listed on Binance, but what about its long-term potential? Like, what's the bigger picture here?
That's where things get really, really exciting. PiCoin isn't just aiming to be another cryptocurrency. It's striving to revolutionize the way we think about finance.
Wow.
Imagine a world where financial transactions are accessible to everyone, regardless of their background or location.
That's a powerful vision. But how exactly does PiCoin plan to achieve that?
Well, remember how we talked about its unique mining model earlier?
Yeah.
The fact that users can mine PiCoin using their smartphones is a game changer.
Right.
It removes the barriers to entry that have traditionally prevented many people from participating in the crypto world.
You don't need expensive, energy-guzzling hardware to mine Picoin.
Exactly.
It's all about leveraging the power of your smartphone and your social network.
Exactly. And that focus on community, that's another key differentiator for Picoin. It's not just about individual miners competing against each other.
Okay.
It's about building trust and collaboration through these security circles that we talked about.
Oh, yeah. Remind me again, how do these security circles actually work?
Yeah, so think of it like a community watch program, where neighbors vouch for each other to keep the neighborhood safe.
Okay.
So in Pi Network, users form groups with people they know and trust.
Okay.
And essentially vouch for each other's identities. This contributes to the security of the entire network, making it more difficult for bad actors to manipulate transactions.
So it's almost like a digital web of trust.
Exactly.
Each connection strengthens the overall integrity of the network.
Yeah.
That's a really clever way to approach security, especially when you're dealing with something as sensitive as financial transactions.
And what's fascinating is that this community-driven approach not only enhances security, but it also promotes widespread adoption.
Okay.
When people feel like they're part of something bigger, something that benefits the collective good, they're more likely to participate and spread the word.
It creates a sense of shared ownership and responsibility, right? It's not just about making a quick profit.
Yeah.
It's about building a more inclusive and equitable financial system.
Precisely. And that's where I think Picoin has the potential to make a real impact. It's not just another cryptocurrency vying for a spot on the leaderboard. It's a movement. It's a community, a vision for a future where financial access is a right, not a privilege.
Yeah, it's inspiring to see a project with such a strong social mission at its core. It feels like Picoin is tapping into this deep desire for a more equitable and accessible financial system.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's resonating with so many people around the world. It's not just about the technology, it's about the human element,
Right.
The sense of community and the belief that we can create a better future together.
In the previous parts of our deep dive, we discussed the impressive price performance of Picoin, the potential for a Binance listing, and even touched upon, those security concerns that come with any cryptocurrency. But it's this focus on community and accessibility that really sets Picoin apart.
I completely agree. And it's reflected in their unique approach to mining.
Yeah.
Remember how we discussed their stellar consensus protocol?
SCP.
Yeah, SCP. It's a fascinating alternative to the traditional energy-intensive proof-of-work systems used by many other cryptocurrencies.
Right. Instead of relying on massive computing power and complex calculations, Picoin leverages the power of social connections to validate transactions and secure the network.
Yeah.
It's like a decentralized system of trust that's powered by the people who use it.
Exactly. And that's why their emphasis on building those strong security circles is so crucial.
Yeah.
By forming these groups with people they know and trust, users are essentially vouching for each other's identities and contributing to the overall integrity of the network.
It's like a digital version of a neighborhood watch program where everyone is looking out for each other.
Yeah, and the more people participate, the stronger and more resilient that network becomes.
That makes sense.
What's so exciting about Picoin is that it's a project that's constantly evolving, constantly seeking new ways to improve and innovate.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to experiment and push the boundaries of what's possible in the crypto world.
Of course, no project is without its challenges. I've seen some articles expressing concerns about the level of decentralization in Pi Network.
Okay.
Some critics argue that the core team still has too much control,
Yeah.
which goes against the principle of a truly decentralized cryptocurrency.
That's a valid point, and it's a debate that's happening across the crypto space.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that Pi Network is still in its development phase.
Okay.
And they've been very transparent about their roadmap for gradually transitioning to a more decentralized system as the network matures and the community grows.
So it's more of an evolution than a revolution. They're taking a measured approach, building a solid foundation before handing over the reins to the community.
That's a good way to put it, and I think it speaks to their commitment to long-term sustainability.
Okay.
They're not rushing to tick boxes or appease critics. They're building something that they believe has the potential to truly change the world, and they're doing it in a way that prioritizes security, stability, and community involvement.
It's been an incredible deep dive into the world of Picoin.
Yeah, it has.
We've covered a lot of ground, from its impressive price performance to its ambitious vision for a more inclusive financial future.
What stands out to me is the genuine passion and dedication of the Pi Network community.
Yeah.
They truly believe in the power of this project to make a positive impact on the world.
And that's what makes it so compelling. It's not just about the technology or the potential for financial gains.
Right.
It's about the people, the community, and this shared belief that we can create a better future together.
Well said. As we wrap up this deep dive, I encourage everyone listening to do their own research and form their own opinions about PiCoin, explore the resources that are available, engage with the community, and see if this project aligns with your values and your vision for the future.
That's great advice. We always encourage our listeners to be curious, to ask questions, to engage in thoughtful discussions about the topics we explore.
Absolutely.
And we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on PiCoin? What excites you about its potential? What concerns do you have? Share your insights in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
Yes.
We're always on the lookout for new and intriguing topics to explore, so feel free to send us your suggestions for future episodes.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into PiCoin.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the ever-evolving world of cryptocurrency.